Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Kanastip and this is going to be part 14 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as Egypt. And we are well on into our war against the Parthians. It so far has been going quite well. I believe it was in the last episode when I was able to defeat what was the most formidable Parthian force that I have seen so far, I suppose. I don't see anything else that appears too scary. Now there is a lot of area here that I cannot see, so there might be some Parthian armies scooting around in the mountains, but as far as Susa is concerned and as far as Damantha is concerned, there doesn't seem to be much resistance. Now, the hardest part about getting these settlements under control is actually just how long it's going to take me to get there. So yeah, and in a couple more turns I can actually put Damantha under siege with this army. I can probably send my mercenaries to go take down these rebels, which will, soon be in what will be my territory, so they will need to be eliminated. I have been using my assassin to kind of pick off a few of their guys to gain him some experience, but I don't need to keep using him against the rebel generals. I can also try this Numidian diplomat. How much? So you have 2 influence.
Who shall die this day?
And 74% chance, so let's accept that mission. And let's see if, did we get him? No, he missed the target, but at least he did stay alive. Yeah, I need to remember to keep trying to train my assassins up just to try to get some use out of them later on. I did miss my opportunity. I was trying to actually kill that general of that last big army, and that army attacked my army before I could actually do that, but so that's unfortunate, but still, I will try to remember to look for these opportunities. You as well. I don't think you're not as experienced. Well, there is a Armenian diplomat right here. And you have 0 influence. You should be killable, right?
He's a dead man.
64% chance. And he got him. Hey, so we got some experience. Nice. Yep, mission success and trait increase. Cutthroat, so +1 to age and skill. Now he is a 2 eyeball assassin.
Who shall die this day?
Good, yes. Yes, my minions increase their skill. And maybe we can come down here and go after Captain Pausanias, perhaps. Yeah, later. We can go snipe that guy. We can leave the Seleucids alone. I don't need to bother them. Or I can go back and continue to spy on Susa. I'm moving my spies up because now I'm building these watchtowers in the Bostra settlement, and obviously I will continue to do that in Damantha as well. So I'm not going to be needing all these spies down here, which is going to feel good, and yeah, that's going to free them up to move on up to these areas. Let's move you on over, and I want as few gaps of sight as possible, but yeah, you can probably move on up to here to get sight on this area.
My eyes are yours.
And maybe can I get, yeah, there we go. I just want some sight on Susa, really. That's the main thing. So yes, Damantha, maybe I can get there in this episode. I should be able to. And the Seleucids are continuing to hold strong. I mean, the Armenians and the Pontics just continued to siege Tarsus and Hatra over and over and over again. And the armies keep backing off, luckily for me. So that's keeping my diplomatic situation as simple as possible. Peace with the Seleucids and war against the Parthians. And that's all I have to really worry about up to this point. Now I am trying to get my northern army up to snuff so that I can actually fight better armies if it has to. So I'm going to be replacing these Nubians with the Nile Spearmen that I'm training down here in Jerusalem, I believe. Yes, I am. So yeah, let's get some more of these guys going. I have 2 Egyptian chariots on their way up. So yeah, I can move my fleet up here.
Yes, mighty lord.
And these chariots can move on up and they can join that army.
All ashore.
And bring the fleet. Let's just have you safe in the harbor.
Moves, great lord. Aye, great lord.
I think you are building an Egyptian chariot for this army. Yeah, this army is going to need to also get up to snuff. There's no threat from the east at this point, just because the only, all that's here to the east is the rebels here in Palmyra. but I would like to take that eventually. I mean, especially now that I don't have to worry about this causing me to border anything else. Yeah, may as well take it. It's only going to be bordering the Seleucid territories once I take Damantha, so this will be up for grabs. Probably not worth a whole lot, but still, it's just another opportunity for me to make a little extra cash and, yeah, be able to train stuff eventually, right? Once it gets up to speed. I'm imagining it's just a tier 1 town. Yes, it is. And I probably should train a spy here in Damascus as soon as that chariot is done being built, so that I can send that spy over to Palmyra to get a little bit of a espionage, some information action going on down there. I think I'm building stuff and a lot. Let's see, let me check. There's no rebel stuff going on. Okay, good. And yes, I'm building here, building here, building here. You're rejoining that army. I have a pretty small army here in my Egyptian territories, but the Numidians are behaving themselves pretty well. If I have to, I have my diplomat down here that can try to bribe another army if they want to send one in my direction. But I think the Numidians are at war with someone, so they should not be aiming towards me. Yeah, they're at war with Carthage. So you would think that that would be enough of a issue for them. You would think. Up here, I have an assassin that can also... What do you have? 0 influence? Okay, I like that. And you have a bunch of influence? So yeah, let's try to... 95% chance. Yes. Got him. No trait increase, but still. Who did that guy work for? The Greeks? I wasn't really paying attention. And there's an Numidian diplomat here as well that I can try to go after. Now, as far as my own diplomats, I have... Yeah, as soon as Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go with the Scythians. I've been trying to figure this out, and there's been some additional ideas that have been floated around by a few of you, and... What was the last one? The last one was the idea that... If I remember correctly, it was the idea that relations between myself and factions that I don't regularly like deal with will just naturally degrade over time. And I'm not sure if that was suggested that it was just for factions that I don't have, like that I don't border essentially, and that's why it can be tricky in the mid-game to get these, any dealings essentially with factions on the other side of the map, just because there's, I don't know, like less natural relations, or if it's just a degrading relation to begin with. Yeah, that's interesting. I would wonder, like, the way to test that would be to start up a campaign where you can have boats right away, and just send those boats, send that diplomat to the other side of the map as soon as possible, just to see, like, is it just as easy to get those alliances slash, not even an alliance, but just like the dealings, you know, the basics, out of the way with factions that are on the other side of the map earlier into the campaign. I wonder. Yeah, obviously I can't try that in this campaign, but for this one also it was suggested that maybe my gifts of 500 denarii that I was doing, just maybe not enough. Maybe they're enough to like stop the degradation, but they aren't enough to build relations. So when I feel a bit more financially secured, that's something that I can try again. But right now, yeah, I'm not really in a position to do that right now. And then, yeah, down here as well, I did try to talk to the Scipii in the last episode. Let's see if I can talk to them again. I just want your map, guys. Just want map for map. Trade rights. If map for map and trade rights. Like, can we do that? Huh. I mean, is it gonna make me more money? Actually, why would they not? Man, it's so weird. You're just like, why would they not want the map information, you know? Would accept, see, this is where I'm like wondering if I accept this, then can I get map information later? But then again, it has been suggested that maybe by getting trade rights with people that I'm not actually trading with will degrade the relations. But I don't know if that's true. Let's accept this, and yeah, we will see. We'll try again in the next turn, maybe. And let's go up here, and that's not my boats. You are my boats. Come up here, and yep, one of you can pop on out, and let's go talk to the Julii. Map information. Their demand 1930 denarii. God damn. I don't know. I don't really want to give you. I don't really want to give you that much money. And I can give you less. I don't really want the trade rights. So if I take that off and offer map information, maybe less money, I can try that. Yeah, what about 1,000 denarii map information for map information? Can that? Okay, okay. That's that's better. Yeah, sure. 850 denarii for map information. Yeah, that's fine. All right, what do we got here? How are the Julii doing? What have they taken? Huh? So they have Palma. Interesting. They've taken Carolus. Interesting. So they're kind of like scooting into Scipii territory, is what it looks like. Which is awkward. And yeah, they've taken Mediolanium, but they haven't taken Patavium. Macedon owns that one? Interesting. Macedon is a protectorate of the Brutii, aren't they? That's my... if my memory serves. Yeah, they're... Interesting. Interesting. So they do have 2 settlements. For some reason, I thought protectorates only had like 1 settlement, but no, Macedon has 2 settlements. They have Bilazora and they have, is it Segestica? I always forget. I always get these 2 mixed up. So yeah, that's interesting. They haven't really pushed on too far into Gallic territory, but the Gauls have taken Massilia. Okay, okay. Yep, well, I would like to continue with my fleet.
Aye, great lord.
Aye. And
Set sail.
yeah, let's see if we can talk to some barbarians now. So, is there anything I want to build here in Petra? I don't know if there is. Communal farming is tempting. It's you know, since I'm just been turned off against like the whole idea of building farm upgrades past the first one, but I feel like Petra might not be that bad of an idea. I'll consider it. Maybe not now. I'll think about it. Basra, what about you? Is it time for you to build basic roads? Yeah, why not? I mean, it's finally, I don't need to worry about it being invaded, so. And it's going to help out this small army building watchtowers around the edges of the settlement or the province. Let's see, Damascus, Sidon. Sidon, you can build something. You, what was I thinking here? So your corruption is at 214. That's not bad. Maybe they get the Grand Bazaar. What's that going to do for you? So a little more than 100. 100 denarii per turn. And then maybe after that get the public baths. Yeah, that seems okay. And then Salamis, you can also build something. Bazaar, it's tempting. Well, I can't afford that, but there are other options. How's your corruption? 455, so we can fix that. Execution Square. Yeah, that's gonna be a nice... Yeah, get that down to 182. Yeah, nice. I will take that. Yeah, I need to keep looking at that stuff. The loyalty boosting buildings and the corruption reducing buildings, because getting Salamis up to very high taxes would be nice. We can get up to high, but not very high. And now I think that we are looking good. So let's continue on here. Let's end this turn. Looks like the Pontics might be thinking about continuing to put some pressure on the Seleucids, those poor Seleucids. They're hanging on. They're doing pretty well, I feel like. 10,000 in the treasury, that feels okay. I'm the most advanced faction, that feels pretty good. And yeah, a lot of buildings got finished, so I'm probably not going to be able to build buildings everywhere that I would like in this turn. And yeah, we got some units trained up. So let's keep that going. Let's get some more Nile spears. There, and yeah, we have our 2 Egyptian chariots in Damascus. Let's bring these Egyptian chariots up to that army. Okay, and there's going to be, as I said, a lot of buildings that can be built. Nile spears, I can train them in Alexandria and then send those up to the army in Damascus as well. So let's keep doing that. And yeah, I can build stuff. Okay, do I want to do... So this is a huge city. Is huge city? I should know this. I don't know. Huge city is the final tier. Got it. Okay. And let's see. Getting some desert axemen would be. It feels like I want desert axes because desert axes can fight on the walls effectively, unlike my phalanx units. Okay, here's some troops up here. Can't see much. Slingers and Eastern infantry. And then what about you? 2-star general. Other than that, really can't see much. So yeah, it would be nice to get some spies up into this region to see what the Parthians are up to. Knowing right off the bat that I'm not going to be able to build all of these buildings and all of these settlements that have free construction slots, let's just kind of go one by one, right? So Alexandria, what do I want the most here? Now getting... Let's see, Grand Bazaar, an economy building, and that's a decent amount of money, so maybe that's what I do next. Execution Square doesn't seem, there's no corruption here because this is my capital, so that doesn't seem to be the most important. And then Imhotep as well. But that's only the 2nd tier temple, and I feel like I've been kind of falling behind on temples. And I only have a normal tax rate in Alexandria, so should be able to boost that up. So, and it would be cheaper as well, right? Only 800 denarii instead of the 1200 for the 4,800 for the Grand Bazaar. Yeah, let's try to catch up on our temples here. So let's get the Temple of Imhotep. Remember that the top tier Temple of Imhotep will grant additional trade goods or trade. What was it called again? It's not the amount of trade goods. It's something else. They call it. Yeah, just increase in tradable goods. Okay. So yeah, let's get that going there. Memphis is still working on its awesome Temple of Horus, and then Thebes. Shipwright, will that get me more money? Not that. Okay, so what about something else then? Awesome Temple of Set. For 20% happiness, 20% law. Again, no corruption here, but I feel like I will be moving my capital at some point. But I just don't need it right now. What about Grand Bazaar? That's like a, 140 denarii increase? So not a bad shout. Yeah, maybe that's what I do. Also, the execution squares, it's cheaper. So if I want to get more buildings built, that would be a nice thing. I do have very high tax rate here in Thebes, so getting more public order isn't the biggest priority here. So let's get the Grand Bazaar. I may as well. It's expensive, but let's get that out of the way. Petra is still not going to be building anything here. Nothing here seems particularly useful. But Bostra, now that its basic roads are finished, what about paved roads? Is that going to be giving me some good cash? Yeah, that's good enough. Let's get that going. Leaves me at 3,000. So what can I build for 3,000? Jerusalem can get maybe the large Temple of Horus. That's an option. Execution Square is an option. How's my corruption here? 0. No corruption in Jerusalem. That's good. So maybe just get some public baths, honestly. That's 15%, 50%. But keeping up with the health bonus, even though it's less, I feel like, you know, the health bonus does kind of reduce the chances of getting a plague, I believe. So keeping up on these buildings seems important as well. So let's do that. Let's get the public baths here in Jerusalem. That leaves me with 1800. Can I build anything for 1800 that I need? Let's see. More public baths here in Damascus. That's an option. Large Temple of Isis is another option. The population growth bonus seems nice. Corruption here is 182. Yeah, let's just get the public baths there. And that actually, so I got buildings in most of my provinces. Just Antioch. Just Antioch is the only one that I couldn't build anything in. Hey, that's alright. And I can boost this to very high taxes. Yes, yes, yes. And any other place that I can boost to very high. Can't do it here in Petra, not quite. And what about... Nope, not there in Memphis yet. And, yeah, not here in Alexandria yet. Okay. Still, that's not a bad turn as far as getting all those buildings in. Now my armies are just a little bit closer to Damantha as well, and they will be able to attack in the next turn, I imagine. So, yeah, without further ado, let's kind of jump on in here. Oh, wow, the Julii have already taken Massilia. Okay, well, just 2 turns ago, it was owned by the Gauls. Julii are doing okay, I suppose. Well, I was going to go talk to the Gauls. Let's see if I can... There we go. So they do have Narbo Martius. So let's just get a little bit closer, and one of you guys can go talk to them. Can we get the map information? Can we do this? And yeah, they will accept that. Alright, so they do have Lugdunum, and I don't remember the names of all of these settlements. But they still own Batavium, yeah. It's interesting that the Julii have not quite taken that yet. Alright. Interesting. Well, I may as well... Okay, so... Should I bring this fleet all the way around? No, that would take too long. Let's just get 2 more agents. You can go talk to the Britons, and then you can go talk to the Germans over in that direction. And then the Navy can come down and they can talk to the Spanish. And I have 2 more agents. Yeah, okay. Maybe one of those is going to be extra. Now, Petra has grown to... Is this the 3rd tier settlement? Already up to a minor city? My goodness, yeah, the Egyptian settlements just really just grow and grow and grow, don't they? It's just so fast. So, Petra already ready for a governor's palace. So let's focus on that, and then... Was it... You know, Salamis' public order is not great. And then Antioch, what do you need now? Large Temple of Set. How's your corruption now? At 208. That's better than it was before, I think. Let's see. Public order bonus due to law. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, let's do the Large Temple of Set there in Antioch. And now you are ready to lay siege. So there's, what do we have? 2 peasants, 2 eastern infantry, 1 slinger, and then 1 horse archer. I do have an agent inside with a 32% chance of opening the gate, so let's just kind of go on in. 2, 3. So we can get 3 rams, maintain siege, and we may as well... What's in the brigand army? So 1 archer, 2 eastern infantry, 1 Bedouin archer, and then 1 peasant. So we may as well swoop on in and take them out. And let's get rid of these guys, yeah. My mercenary army is not the greatest, but they should be able to defeat these brigands. Let's just start on over here. A little bit of a dip here in the middle of the map, so let's get started. And where are they going to be? Okay, over on that side. I chose the wrong side, gosh darn it. Well, that's okay. Let's just kind of get moving on over here with my infantry. And got my camels in a big old group, and then I have Arab cavalry, and my general can kind of hang out over there. And it seems like they want to start marching towards us and getting off of their high ground. Well, you know what? I will accept that. They want to continue to reposition themselves further and further back, and that is okay with me because they seem to be giving up their high ground. So let's just continue to try to envelop them. Yeah, they want to try to move away from my camels. I don't blame them. I got a lot of camels here. And on this side, I mean, it's not going to be great either. I got my Arab cavalry. I have my general's unit as well. And I can continue to push forward with my infantry like so. Now we are starting to get a little bit closer here, and I wonder, I'm imagining they're going to start shooting at us. Yeah, they're already shooting at us with their 1 unit of archers. So let's move up with my Arab cavalry and my general. Camels are still moving into position on this side, and they're being screened by their Bedouin archers as well. And yeah, they're just not going to... I mean, they're going to run out of space here. Let's circle my infantry around, and you guys go there and go here. Let's see, you guys are gonna want to halt and then maybe turn around like that. Start running, I think, because we might get charged by their guys, and then I mean, if they want to charge in, I mean, just gonna move back with my Arab cavalry. So yeah, we're getting some javelins into them with my skirmishers, and my archers should be shooting on that side. Let's bring Arab cav back up, and yeah, we're getting some good tosses into them. General should be shooting as well. Let's move back a little bit, and let's continue to... Yeah, we're doing well there. Let's get a charge in with my guys there and there. And keep taking away their space with my infantry, and yeah, they want to try to threaten my Arab cav. Let's push them back a little bit. You guys can run, that would be fantastic. And let's get a rear charge in with my general, and then you guys can go ahead and charge in here. And they want to support with their Bedouin camels, so let's bring my guys up here just to screen out and make sure that they can't get into the fight into the rear of my Arab cavalry. That looks good, and Bedouins can come up and charge here. And, oh yeah, they got, okay, yeah, Eastern Infantry are munching them. Let's put some pressure on their Bedouins with my Bedouins. So let's come up here, and yeah, they got into my guys. I wasn't paying attention to that. There we go, there we go. And then let's bring my Arab guys to get into their archers. That should have been done a while ago, I suppose. Let's move my infantry up there, and yeah, my guys should defeat their archers, even though I'm outnumbered. Maybe I want to bring my general to support this. Let's go up there. Let's have him sound his horn to support the morale of the troops. It's something I need to get better at doing. And yeah, let's back up here a little bit. We just have to get rid of that Eastern Infantry there. So let's see, you guys want to shoot their arrows into them, and infantry just roll up there. And we can get ready to charge this unit of Eastern Infantry from all sides. I'm surprised it hasn't broken yet already. There we go.
Cowards, run!
Just like that, that's the end. And yeah, we lost 114. But overall, I felt like that was pretty clean. And now we can take Damantha in the next turn. So yes, enemy army routes. That feels good.
Mighty general.
The mercenaries are proving their worth. Although, yeah, this poor guy just isn't. He's not getting his due. Yeah, still 0 stars for him. Now, this is the first time in what feels like a while since I have a bit of money left on over. So let's throw some more money at the Scythians now. Like, let's really
Speak with them at once.
bring this up a bit. So make single payment. Let's actually offer 1,000. Oops, 1,000, and let's see if we can start rebuilding this. I just want to gift it to them. Yes, a gift is a blessing to the giver. I would agree. So, if you want to start being friends with me, that would be nice. Let's see if like 1,000 per turn is A, sustainable, and B, useful. Yeah, let's see if that actually accomplishes anything for us. And with that being said, I think I'm just about ready to end the turn here. Let me just double check my tax rate for my settlements. Can't do that. I don't think I can bump that up. No, I cannot. Not yet. And we can't do that. No, not quite. Okay. That's okay. Well, let's just get ready then to attack Damantha in the next turn. Alright, we got an army on the move. We got a Parthian army on the move. That's why it is nice. Ooh, the Pontics want an alliance. Interesting. Well, huh. It's right now, I mean, the answer is no, because I'm in a way, I'm kind of supporting the Seleucids just as a buffer state between myself and the Pontics. Now, in the near future, when I'm going to be focusing more on the Armenians, it would be nice to have the Pontics leave me alone, but even then, I would be wanting to take their territory at some point eventually. It's just that getting alliances doesn't seem like a good option in this neighborhood, you know? These are all factions that I plan on going to war with, and if I attack factions that I have an alliance with, you know, and break that alliance, I imagine that's gonna bring down my reputation diplomatically, right? So no, yeah, I have no interest in this with you guys. Scythians, though, like, come on, Scythians, why not? Why not you?
Splitting the troops. Leaving the army.
What's happening? Earthquake? Alright, first off, 10,000 in the treasury. That's fine. Earthquake, where is this? Arabia? So, characters affected. Harubin, Meyer. What does that mean affected? What happened to them? Because it happened, this is Arabia, correct? Yeah, so it's this province here. Citizens killed 0, soldiers killed 356. So by characters affected, maybe that just means those are the soldiers that were killed in these two armies total?
Sire.
Yeesh. Okay.
Sire.
Uh-huh. Okay. And did I lose my generals? Both of them? Like, by affected, it means I lost my generals! Holy shit! Does it say, you could have just said killed? What? Oh my god! Wow! Wow. Holy crap, that's
Sire.
so shitty.
Orders.
I lost both of my characters. What do you mean affected? That's not affected, that's die. That's died. That's a different thing. Man. A worthy life ends, the will of God. Wow. Damn. Huh. So my question would be, it's funny because, so like anyone that reads any guide, you know, even going back to the early guides that were written 20 years ago, will talk about the volcanic eruption on the island of Sicily. You know, and they will say that it happens in a very specific date and you know exactly when it's going to happen. It's a historical event, you know, you just know it's going to happen. And is that true for like all of these things? Like the flood that I experienced in either like Memphis or Thebes and this earthquake, like are all the natural disasters, attached to some historical thing? Can they all essentially be avoided if you just memorize the dates for all of them? Or is it just the one in Sicily with that one volcano? Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. Because that's a big deal. Like, that's a big thing, you know? And I always thought, in a sense, it was like, oh, well, it's kind of nifty that they had that volcanic thing happen in Sicily. But if you can just always predict it, then it loses impact, right? And yes, that would be the same for all of these natural disasters if they were all specifically dated on and scripted. But no, if they are random things that can happen and just kill off your characters, that's devastating, actually. Yeah. And in that sense, I suppose I'm fine with it as a mechanic because it really does add a sort of a randomness to it that definitely matters. Now, in this game, yes, because my understanding is it's very hard to lose based on losing characters. Whereas in Medieval 1, like you couldn't have a mechanic like this because in Medieval 1, sometimes you'd be down to your last guy, your last king, and you're just hoping that he has a son that, you know, comes of age before he dies at the very last year. It can get really stressful for really stupid reasons in Medieval 1. And you couldn't have a mechanic like this. Like that would just, you know, you would just be losing after 50 hours of gameplay, you know, for just something stupid. In this one, it's more like it's a hit to your abilities, right? Losing characters, especially good characters, really does hurt you, but it doesn't end you. You know, it seems like the game does a pretty good job of always keeping your family with a good amount of characters. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, losing those guys. Retinue expands. This is for my my emissary, my diplomat up here, so he's up to 2 influence. The guy that's talking to the Armenians. Sure. Few buildings that are built, and yep, some more soldiers. Got another spy. My spy in the last turn, I didn't show you guys this, but I trained one in Sidon, and then I brought him over to Palmyra. He had a 93% chance, and he freaking died trying to get in there. So here's another 93% chance. He got in. All right, there we go. Thank freaking God. So he's sneaky. That's his trait that he gained. And what do we have here? Some horse archers, some Eastern infantry, 2 units of Eastern infantry, 2 peasants, 1 Bedouin warrior, and then 2 archers. All right. Okie dokie. Good to know because that's going to be the job of this army. Soon. I mean, I could do it right now. I just wanted to get a full stack before I moved on over, but yes, I could do that. Whatever. Oh, also, I should have did this. I forgot to do this. I should have did this up in the first turn of this episode. You are someone that's just came of age, like at the end of the last episode, and you are a grower, +1 to farming output. And I checked this before I started recording. Alexandria, this province here. Oops, let's not. Let's just let's calm down here. This province has the highest fertility rate in of all of my provinces. So getting you down there, I would imagine, would be a good thing for money reasons. Also, like you seem like you're like this is a pretty good start, I think, for a young fella. And I'm wondering if he can be groomed into becoming potentially my next heir, is what I kind of have in mind here. And actually, I was thinking about bringing the boats down to ferry you down to Alexandria, but you know what? I suppose you're already going to be able to move a very great distance. So I'm going to take 3 turns to get there.
Onward.
Yeah, let's move you down, and then you...
Mighty general.
You're fine. You have a lot of good ancillaries. The retinue is fantastic because Alexandria does have the academy building here, and that's another reason to bring him here, is that he can get some more. He can get some good retinue as well. And then what you can do is potentially, let's say you have Tasibius. So this is the +30 build points for construction siege equipment. So you might be useful as a guy that can attack Palmyra, although I might just send Kia as well. Kia's been kind of one of my old standbys. He's been in the family for a while, so he might lead that army. But yeah, I might bring both of them on over. so let's just switch them out. Yeah, let's do
Forward.
that.
Moves depleted, mighty lord.
And do I want to recruit any mercenaries? I feel like that's not really what I need to do right now. I feel like I'm good on mercenaries. Oh, and how about this? We did find ourselves a Germanic diplomat here. I was sending my guys up to go talk to the Germans, but we actually have a diplomat right here. So let's talk to him and let's see if we can get some map information. And yeah, see, so the barbarians are accepting, but yeah, it's just funny how like some factions, see, that's what's interesting, you know, like that idea that was suggested about the chances of talking to factions and that you haven't talked to, getting towards around the mid game, which is what this sort of feels like. It's hard to say, right? Because, you know, the Julii were somewhat amendable, like I had to pay them some money, but they were fine with it. Every time I talk to the Scipii, they say that they can't meet my demands, which is, I'm just asking for map information, and I'm offering my own map information, which is confusing.
Yes, mighty lord.
And then there's factions that just say yes still. They're still just as easy to talk to as you could imagine. So yeah, it's kind of confusing. But I imagine, again, there's a lot for me to experience in this game, so...
These ships cannot go there.
Let's talk to the Spanish now. Map information. Let's see if they will. Yep, them too. They're pretty cool about it. So what can we see here? So yes, the Carthaginians still own the Cordoba, is it? And although it's funny because like isn't Cordoba a little bit further north? That would be Granada, but it's called Corduba, isn't that the name of the city? Yeah, I can't remember. And the Spanish still own their starting 4 settlements, and the Gauls still own that one as well. And then I have one more agent. I guess I don't really know what my plans were for him. I think that I have agents kind of spread out wherever I need them. Do I already have people?
Awaiting your command.
I guess you were going to talk to the Carthaginians at some point. Yeah, I guess you were going to be sent down here
Yes.
to hang out with the Carthaginians.
Yes, my liege.
Oh, I should have
Moves
spied on those Scipii first. Yeah, the Scipii are making some power moves down here. They're doing okay, it seems like. You know, come to think of it, I probably could use a couple generals up in these armies here that have lost both of their generals. And luckily, you were somewhat close. So, Pamu Philopater, you just have one more watchtower to place down here, I suppose. And then you can start making your way on up to these armies. It would be nice to have you... I wanted you to continue around the bottom of the map, placing watchtowers. Again, just to have vision over everything. I want to be able to see if there's brigands in my territories causing trouble so that I can, you know, quickly snuff them out. That's what I wanted, but getting generals in my armies seems pretty important if I want to continue this offensive into Susa. So that's probably how I'm going to prioritize you. And then I suppose Kia as well. I suppose I want you to start moving. How long would it take you to get here?
Onward.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while to get you over here. But then that makes room for you, actually, or you. Yeah.
My liege.
Jehutimes Philometer. That's going to make room for you in Damascus to take control of this army and then get ready to attack Palmyra at some point in the future. Now, I do want to wrap this episode up by taking Damantha finally, so yeah, even without our general and with a depleted force actually from losing soldiers in that gosh darn earthquake. Let's go in here. We have our rams, and our spy has opened the gates as well. So some things are in our favor here. Let's assault this settlement. And yeah, so 6. Man, I don't outnumber them as much as I would like, you know. Golly, man. But still, I mean, the quality of their troops, they do have some experience on their, as I mentioned before, their slingers, eastern mercenaries, even their horse archers. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, we're going to lose some soldiers here. But let's take Damantha.
Victory is near at hand! If all do their duty, we will profit from today. Bend your backs to your tasks, and all will be well! And at the last, brave and noble soldiers, I say this: fight with the courage our people expect. Fight like men!
Alright, let's start getting set up here. How we're looking? We got a little bit of a hill advantage going on in. And yeah, the gates are right on open. I probably still will use these rams though. That just means that I can open up double entrances on at least 3 of these sides so that I can use gates and an entrance right next to it and get any potential flanking routes available to me. So it's going to be my skirmishers pushing the rams. I'm okay with that, and then that leaves my bowmen free to do damage. In fact, I'm going to be really counting on those 3 units to do a lot of the lifting, heavy lifting for me. Still, I suppose my Nile spears are still healthy enough, you know? And then as far as my cavalry and Egyptian chariots, probably not going to be too useful in this one. And Egyptian chariot archers, they can still shoot from outside the settlement, you know. They probably can't really fit inside the settlement, but they should still be somewhat useful. Okie dokie, I got my troops all split up, so let's start heading on in. You go there, and then this attachment has to go all the way around, so let's try to avoid that arrow tower on that side. And these guys can move on up. So who's facing us? Some Eastern infantry, so they should be torn to pieces by my archers, I reckon. Although I feel like this entryway, this gate, sort of blocks some of that firepower, so I might want to think about getting my archer on over to this side if I can. And I honestly, yeah, chariot archers as well. This is not an arrow tower. No, that's so funny to me. It's so weird how these settlement defenses are designed. Alright, you guys move on up. And yeah, this cavalry and chariot force, I don't know how useful they're going to be, but I'll do my best on this side.
Now comes the test of their courage. On our way.
Now we are starting to get some firepower on into these Eastern infantry. And yeah, we're going to be doing some good damage to them, picking them off. Chariot archers should be able to get some shots in as well. Yes, that's it. Turn your backs to us. Turn your backs to us. Now we have broken through the walls on this side, and they want to make another round for us, so I'm fine with letting them run back and forth, getting shot. And yes, we've broken through on this side as well. Let's see, archers on this side are picking off, what are these, peasants? Oh, it doesn't feel good wasting ammo on them. But honestly, there's so few troops, I guess, in the defense of this. Actually, you guys come on over here, and then you guys just march on through here. Yeah, I guess we may as well, you know. It feels like a waste, but I think that I feel like ammo tends to last longer for archers in this game than it does in Shogun and Medieval. Do they have more shots? I can't quite remember. I feel like in Shogun, archers had 27 rounds, and I don't know if that was the same in Medieval. But for some reason, it seems like they might have more ammo in this game. I can't quite recall. Yeah, let's just march up with these guys, and let's get you to not fire at will.
The cowardly enemy have lost the walls. Send your troops and take the rest of the
Yeah,
settlement.
I'm fine with that. And then let's bring spears up here to try to screen a little bit, and then archers can kind of move up as well if they want to bring their horse archers to harass me. I can kind of deal with that, and then maybe it's kind of a good thing that I have small units of Desert Cav, because I can actually use them a bit better inside the settlement.
On our way.
But yeah, I don't know if these chariots just might be completely useless. I don't know about that. On this side though, maybe, man, how is this guy, how are these guys doing? Down to 51? Yeah, they're just getting picked apart. And then here, I suppose, you are ready to... Let's get you lined up on this side. And then who are you? You're slingers? Slingers, I can push them off with archers there. Spearmen can come up, and then... Yeah, you guys can come up as well. Slingers want to move back, okie dokie. And on this side, those peasants wanted to fight my Nile spears. Yeah, can we get these guys? Let's try to get these peasants and make sure that they can't retreat back to the square. Yeah, as many of these guys as we can pick off was going to be nice. But those horse archers might turn on us. Well, yeah, there we go. Okay, that's it. That's it. You don't have to go all the way in there. Let's just do this and like that. And yeah, my guys are routing. Yeah, those horse archers are picking them off. I'm actually nervous about them doing the same thing to my archers. Are my guys getting shot right now? They are under attack. Ugh, can I shoot back? No. Maybe I have to back up here. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit tricky. Maybe I can lure those horse archers forward and get them to get countercharged by some desert cav. Yeah, let's see if that works. Oh, and this... Let's see, who are they? Are they shooting at my... They're not shooting at my chariots, are they? Doesn't seem like they are able to shoot at my chariots. Let's get my skirmishers in as well before I forget to do that. Alright, on this side, I think that we're finally ready to start moving on in. So let's go Nile spears, backed up by skirmishers, and archers, and more Nile spears, and then the chariot archers just go right behind. And then on this side, let's start making our move. On this side, I don't think I even need to use the ram to get in because they're not guarding the side anymore. So let's just move my skirmishers on in. And then yeah, chariots, I don't even know about you guys. Maybe I should open an entrance just so I can use my chariots and get them into this settlement. Okay, how are we looking on this side? So we're dueling their horse archers with my foot archers. I feel like I should be winning that, right? Oh, my guys weren't on fire at will. Oh, that feels so bad. Damn. Oh, that feels so bad, but they weren't on fire at will. Damn it. Oh, no. I just pretty much lost a unit of bowmen. They should not have lost to a unit of horse archers. That is so gnarly. Alright, my whole side on the side is just getting picked apart by that one unit of horse archers. So let's kind of move back if we can. If we can draw them forward, that would be nice. Alright, slingers on this side are being picked apart by my archers. Let's keep slow pushing here, because we're gonna have to start putting pressure on those. Okay, slingers want to just run forward into my spears. Yeah, let's put some pressure on them, because I need to make it so that these horse archers have to kind of think about something else, otherwise they're just going to break my entire side on that side. If I can, I want to bring my chariot archers into the settlement so that they can just get a little bit closer. Maybe they can fire on the city center from outside. I'm not quite sure about that. And yeah, ooh, pikes are starting to do some weird shit. Let's get you guys to try to form up into a position that makes sense here. And let's put my skirmishers in front. And archers can move up like that. And they want to bring their eastern infantry forward, so let's get you guys to hold your ground. And hopefully you guys can defeat this eastern infantry. And we have support coming up as well. So yeah, they can lower their spears and help out there. Hopefully our Nile spears can beat Eastern Infantry. That's kind of that'd be kind of important. And then on this side we can move up as well. So yeah, skirmishers move up. Nile spears, bowmen, Desert Cav are ready to jump on these horse archers as soon as possible here. Yeah, so we're breaking them. That felt good. Nice. And now they're rushing in with their peasants. That feels... Alright, yeah, skirmishers are gonna probably retreat, I think. Actually, let's take their skirmish mode off. Let's leave them out here, like that. And horse archers, let's see, are there any, like, spears left? Yeah, Eastern Infantry, there's some there. But I think I'm ready to charge on it with my Desert Cav. Let's try to get rid of these horse archers because they're just kind of really doing a lot of damage to us. And let's see, no Desert Cav on that side. This side, oh, they're charged us on this side. And spears are in the wrong position, it seems like. Let's try to get Desert Cav to charge up and support. Maybe even chariots can help. I don't really know if they can get through this gap here. So Nile spears are holding. And now Desert Cav are fighting their general. Good. We picked off their general with our Desert Cav. Good. Alright, you guys move up. Nile spears move up. Nile spears move up. And yeah, now we can break through. Get Desert Cav in on their horse archers. Nile spears move up here and here. Yeah, get ready to push into these guys there. I don't want friendly fire here. I think at this point we should be able to grind through these peasants. And let's see, there's a few Eastern Infantry left. And yeah, my chariots actually got in as well. Hey, I'll take all the help I can get just to clear out the last of these guys. Because this was I feel like this is a costly victory. I feel like I lost quite a few guys here in Damantha, and I'm probably going to need to get this army, quite frankly. I'm going to have to spend a few turns on getting this army like refit and ready to go to take on Susa. Not that I think that Susa is going to be too challenging, but this is a beat up army. Yeah, let's end the battle. I lost 182. Not so bad, actually. Not so bad. Yeah, that was okay. There were some rough moments, but I suppose overall that's okay. So yes, Damantha is now ours. All right.
This land is ours.
Let's occupy it. Let's lower those taxes a bit, and there's nothing to build right away. We can repair this palisade, and holy shit, it's only 498 people in this place. Oh my god. Holy wow, that's gonna be a while before that gets anywhere. Huh. My goodness. So yeah, I should probably tear down this shrine to Zoroaster and build something else there. And wow, my goodness. Yeah, and I can use my mercenaries to clear out this one unit army of brigands. Wow, that is a small settlement. My goodness.
My liege.
Alright, well, it's gonna take a little while to get these armies
My liege.
refit and ready to go and regeneraled. Again, as I was saying, not that Susa is like so tough, but there's more here than there was in Damantha. And by the time I get there, I might be having to fight another Parthian army anyway. But hey, you know, it's baby steps here. We're making some decent progress. And I feel like my economy is starting to rebound a little bit. I think that getting those public order buildings in these settlements is starting to add up, and getting those anti-corruption buildings in is starting to add up as well. So yeah, I'm excited to eventually start moving on into these other two Parthian settlements, taking on them, and then turning my attention to the Armenians. But you know what? That is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Concept playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.